Hello everyone, my name is Tania Ouellet Johnson and I am joined today by Carole Richard, who has agreed to share her personal journey with us. And soon she'll be realizing one of her big dreams. Carole also happens to be my sister-in-law. So Carole, can you share a little bit of your personal journey and condition?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. So when I was 8, I found out that I only had one kidney, and that kidney there was only working at 75%. So I was born with one kidney. Um, so the doctor didn't really tell us what to do. He didn't get me to be followed by a nephrologist or anything. I just went on living my life. Um, same thing every day. And until I moved to Moncton about a year after that, I found out that my kidney was down to 25%. Um, so when you're at about 10%, you start off dialysis. So I took about another year after that, and then I was on dialysis. I did peritoneal dialysis for about 4 years. And then I was saying that I was doing it, but I was actually skipping a lot of them, which got me really sick. Um, I don't know how I was doing it, but until one day, one of the nephrologists said, no, tomorrow morning you're going to go to surgery, you're getting catheter done, and you're going on to hemodialysis, which is another kind of dialysis. So I did that. I was very sick at first. It took a long time for my body to adjust. But about a year after, I was called for a kidney. There was a kidney waiting for me in Halifax. So we went up, and when they first put in the kidney, everything was going well. About 12 hours in, I was I think it was blood. They could see blood in the urine bag, and they realized that I had a blood clot. So that blood clot actually went up to my lungs, which they call that a pulmonary embolism. So for my body not to fight, they actually removed the kidney. So I lost it within 12 hours. I got operated 3 times, lost that kidney, and they put me under an induced coma for about 48 hours so my body wouldn't fight. So when I got out of the hospital about 2 weeks after that, I ended up being on hemodialysis, and I've been doing it ever since.
So that's a lot,
Mhm.
and obviously a big part of your story. So what is dialysis? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Dialysis is a treatment that doesn't cure your kidney failure. It removes the toxin out of your body, so out of your blood, which which keeps me basically alive. So it's a machine that filters your blood, and it removes the old one and it brings it back in once it goes through a kidney. It's what they call the machine, I guess. Well, not the machine, but the filtration is the kidney. Yeah.
So you have to do this how often?
So I do it 3 times a week. It's for 4 hours each time. So I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 4 to 10, from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night.
That's really a big commitment, right?
It is. Yeah.
And what would happen if you didn't do your dialysis?
So if I wouldn't do it, I wouldn't be here. It can take everybody takes a little bit different amount of time before it shuts down. But for someone who urinates, they can go a little bit longer. But when I say longer, it can be like a matter of a week or two. But for those who doesn't urinate, it can go a lot quicker than that. That your body's gonna be get poisoned, and your organs are gonna shut down, and you'll die.
So obviously, it's really a matter of life or death, literally,
Yes.
for you to continue doing your dialysis.
Yes, it is important.
Yeah, obviously. How has that impacted your ability to travel?
That has affected my traveling dreams, I would say. Every time I want to go somewheres, I have to book dialysis wherever I go, or I go for only like a 4-day trip. They actually allow me to do 4 days, but usually it's a weekend, so Thursday to Monday. And because I don't drink a lot of liquid, my body doesn't have to doesn't fight as much. It's not as hard on the body, I should say. So I'm able to go about 4 days without dialysis.
So have you traveled where you require dialysis outside of your home base, let's say, or your hospital?
Well, from Moncton, I have gone to PI twice, which is where I'm from originally. But I actually did one trip with you and your family and my boyfriend. We went to Ottawa to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Canada in 2017, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so for that, I had to call them. My doctor had to send them some send what I do on dialysis, like all my medications that I use, but it required a lot of traveling for us because we were going to Ottawa. But our first night we were going to Valcartier, so we left right after my dialysis. We went to Valcartier. The next morning we drove to Montreal so I would get a dialysis done. And then the next day we went to Sherbrooke. And then we went back to Montreal to get it done, my second one. And then the following day was Canada Day, which I didn't have one. And we were going back home to Moncton the following day, which I would get dialysis when we get back.
It's a lot of figuring out, right? In that circumstance, you were at least in Canada or medical systems and all that.
You need to time your areas. You can't just leave and say, where I go, but no, I have to know where I am at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've never really done a big trip outside of the country?
No.
With our medical systems, our coverage?
No.
So not yet.
Not yet. That's the key word right now.
So you've dreamed of traveling. So what's next, right?
Well, I always wanted to go on a cruise. So I've been dreaming about this for about 23 to 25 years to what I can go as far as I can go back. I can remember. I used to see the first time I saw a cruise ship going by my parents' house, which is in the Northumberland Strait. I just fell in love. I said, I'm going to be on a cruise ship someday. So I would watch that boat. As soon as I could spot it at one place, I would watch it until I couldn't see it on the other side of the trees. So, yeah.
So why a cruise? Why?
A cruise is a lot easier to be done, dialysis to be done on, because there's a medical staff that can do it. So there's a program called Dialysis at Sea, which my aunt is the one that actually introduced it to me. One day she was like, I was at the hospital feeling down, and she's like, what is the one biggest dream you have? And I was like, I want to cruise. So she just walked out and came back in and gave me a pamphlet and said, there, you're going to be able to cruise someday. And she gave me a pamphlet which was called Dialysis at Sea. So for patients like me who are healthy enough to travel. We want to travel. We're able to do what we want, but we are forced to do dialysis. We're able to do it on the cruise ship.
Exciting. And not every cruise ship or cruise line
No.
offers that.
So right now there's only
two cruise
cruise
lines, and a few of the ships.
Yeah. So I think there's about 10 ships. Before COVID, I think there was about 10 ships. I think they kind of brought it down a little bit.
So obviously that potential is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
right? What kind of preparation or steps did you need to take to be able to do that?
Well, when I first started talking about it, I approached the nephrologist and they said, I really want to go on a cruise. And, is it okay? But the first time we planned it was back when the pandemic was, stronger, I guess. And the nephrologist wasn't really for it. But, now, they're excited. They said, go ahead, enjoy yourself. You deserve it. And so I called Dialysis and then they booked our spot and they shipped me some forms that had to be filled out by the nephrologist or the nursing staff. So I got that done. Everything is sent. I got the okay actually today that everything was good. So they know what I'll be needing when I get there for my treatments.
So your cruise is booked with your dialysis on it, and you know which times that you'll be doing dialysis.
Yes.
Which days and all that. And actually, you're meeting your medical staff, I believe, on the first day.
Yes.
There.
So the first day when we get there, we have a mandatory meeting. So we're gonna meet the staff, the doctor, and we'll see where the room is. And for the first time, I guess I'm lucky, we actually have an ocean view. So I guess they decided to do that. They modified some rooms, and I'm gonna be able to see the sea,
yeah,
the ocean.
So very exciting. So it's coming up. Anything else that was very important for you? Like, what about insurance?
Insurance, I thought I was gonna have trouble finding a company to insure me because Dialysis wouldn't insure me because I'm not American.
You're
so
Canadian?
Yeah,
yes.
No, I'm Canadian.
Yes.
I'm not American. And so I started calling around, and there's a company that actually insured me, and I'm covered if anything happens. I'm good. I'll be good. And they said you're under 55, so there's no problem.
So it's really a good way or method for you to be traveling. Like you're just more secure. I imagine you trust the staff, the equipment, and all that. Just compared to possibly other options that we're not saying no to yet, but definitely having that option on this, just more of a controlled environment, I guess.
Yeah, like I've seen the machine. Like you can go online, they show you what's the machine. They're totally different than the one we have here. But go to Montreal, they're different. Go to PI, they're different. So, but I'm an anxious person, so I'm trying to tell myself that it's all the same.
So
I just have to relax and enjoy it.
It's all going to be good. So it's coming up. We're counting down the days. I mean, I know you are.
Oh, definitely. You know that every day.
Yeah. It's really a dream for you to say it's going to happen, right?
It's a big dream. Oh, definitely.
Good. So thank you so much for sharing your personal journey. We hope to be able to get back together while we're actually on the cruise ship and just share experience. So hopefully that will, we'll be able to do that. Now it's almost time to start packing the bag.
Let's go pack our bags.
So thank you very much for sharing, and we'll talk again soon.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, welcome back. This is part two of Carole's journey. My name is Tania Ouellet Johnson. I'm a travel agent with Viva Vacation, and I have with me my wonderful sister-in-law, Carole, who has agreed to share her journey with us of her experience traveling with a health condition. If you are not sure or haven't watched part one, we do encourage you to go and do this first so you understand what we're talking about. So we're very fortunate to be on Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas. We're well into our trip, coming close to the end, unfortunately. Wonderful ship. We're in the middle of the Caribbean Sea right now, just sailing away. So welcome, Carole.
Hi.
Hi. So as I mentioned, I think we're on day 6 of the cruise. We've had the chance to experience the ship. It is not my first cruise, but it is for you.
Yes.
So how has your experience been so far?
Oh my gosh, it's a dream come true. For those who know my story, I guess. I've been waiting for this so long, and it's hard to describe the feeling I have because it this is reality. It didn't feel like reality at first. I felt like, okay, I'm really there, but I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Good.
Yeah.
I see you've taken a little bit of sun.
A little bit.
It's been wonderful weather, actually. Very
Yes.
wonderful weather.
Yeah, a little bit of rain, but not enough to say I rained.
Yeah. So good. So obviously, there's a cruise, but we've also had the experience of having dialysis at sea.
Mm-hmm.
So you've had 2 treatments so far, 3 in total.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us a little bit about what your experience has been with doing dialysis?
It's been great. Like the staff is really nice. I got there early in the morning, 4:45. I'm ready, and they hooked me up, and it's just it's like I'm not actually at the hospital doing dialysis. I'm on vacation and I'm having it done. Like it doesn't feel like I'm actually like I have a condition. But
Interesting.
yeah,
And because you do it so early in the morning, you also then get to kind of enjoy the
yeah.
rest of the
At
day, right?
9 o'clock I'm done, so I have a full day ahead of me. A little bit tired. Not that I want to sleep, but just I feel drained. But that's normal. Which is why down home I would do it at 6 o'clock at night. So I go to bed, I feel fine after. But I mean, I've been so excited that even though I don't feel 100%, I'm enjoying every moment.
Yeah. We've had a stop at St. Martin. We didn't have dialysis there. We had a
No.
stop at St. Thomas. We have dialysis at the morning, so we just, came off the ship a little bit later.
Mhm.
And tomorrow you have dialysis also, and we're stopping.
Yeah.
Where?
At Coco Cay, so
Without-
Bahama.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty cool that you were able to schedule these in without really disturbing too much of your, the sea days and port days.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So are you hooked on cruising?
Oh my God, I do not want to go home. Sorry.
They will kick her out.
Yes.
She cannot stay.
I even talked to my boyfriend about what about if we work on the cruise ship? He's
Not
like,
quitting
no.
her job now, I think.
But no, I will be home on Sunday. But I wish I could stay.
Yeah, so it's really been a good experience, I think.
Yeah, and it's been honestly, I was scared of being seasick, and we had a little bit of rough seas. And I have not felt like I can feel the swaying, is it?
Yep.
But not felt sick at all.
Good.
So,
And that's very typical for any cruise. I guess it depends on the waters, on the speed the ship is going. So yes, we are kind of feeling it a little bit
we've been
today.
cruising fast
Yeah.
because we had a lot of distance to do between islands. But
But it is a big ship, and
yeah,
we've got it covered. So anything else that you'd like to share about your experience on the cruise?
I just like to actually say thank you to you.
Hello.
Yeah, because without you, I mean, we would have been lost. This has been a good experience, and I know that you've been there, your family's been there, they've been traveling before, and it's been easy. I
You just
guess.
have to do it once or twice, and then you
Yeah.
now you're
I'm
good.
like I'm ready to go by myself actually.
Yeah, and we all do
But,
that. We all experience
yeah.
that.
And in general, like everything's been great. Like the food's good, the service has been awesome. Um, the shows,
Yeah.
we've seen an aqua show, we've seen Greece.
That's
It's
pretty unique experience.
unique, yeah. Something that I wouldn't do. Like you have to be on the ship to do it.
That's very special. Thank you so much for sharing. We actually hope to share a little bit of photos of your experience also. So I know you're an inspiration to many out there who have special conditions, because it's not easy to travel. It does require a lot more planning and just, I guess, organizing. But, it's pretty special that you've been able to do this while on a cruise and really making your dream come true.
Yeah. And actually, we're 6 patients.
Yeah.
Or passenger doing dialysis, and I think I'm the first one. I'm the only one that's my first time. But they've all been telling me you're gonna be hooked. Like you're gonna be. Even the nurse is like, "Oh no, you're gonna love it."
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like I have kidney failure.
Yeah. Oh, that's special. Like a little stop from reality. Good. So thank you so much. I know it's definitely not the end of our traveling days together, so hopefully more to come. And thanks for listening in. Have a good rest of the day.
Hello. Good morning.